Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve Codeforce's problem towers. Before we start looking into the towers problem details, some examples and the Java solution for this problem, I want to mention that my channel is dedicated to help people in their Java interviews and in their coding interviews. On my channel you will find a lot of helpful videos that can help you in your Java and coding interview preparation. On my channel you will find over 300 solved different varieties of problems which are coding questions asked by big tech companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Yahoo and many others, and those are selective problems in the sense that they constitute very important coding questions varieties that usually you will see in any of the coding questions interviews such as BFS, DFS, matrix problems, graph problems, problems related to binary search tree, optimization problems using priority queues, coding questions related to linked list, strings, dynamic programming. So all these different varieties is covered here to give you a good prep for your interviews. So this channel can definitely be help you in your job interview preparation. So please subscribe to the channel now. So let's look into the towers problem statement first, and then we'll go through some examples for your easier understanding. As you know, all the kids in Berland love playing with cubes. Little Petya has n towers consisting of cubes of same size. Tower with number I consists of ai cubes stacked on top of each other. Petya defines the instability of a set of towers as a value equal to difference between heights of highest and lowest of towers. For example, if Petya built 5 cubes towers with height 83263, right, the instability of this set is equal to 6. The highest value is 8 and lowest value is 2, right? So that is what they call it as instability. The boy wants the instability of set of his towers to be as low as possible. All he can do is to perform the following operation several times. Take the top cube from some tower and put it on top of some other tower of his set. Please note that Petya would never put the cube on the same tower from which it was removed because he thinks it's a waste of time. Because before going to school, the boy have time to perform no more than k such operations. Petya does not want to be late for class, so you have to help him accomplish his task. And they have given us a couple of examples here, so let's go ahead and take a look at what the input is given. So n and k, which is n is number of towers is given, and k is maximum number of operations he can perform is given, right? And in the second line they have given us n space separated positive integers which is towers initial height, right? So let's take one simple example, then we will take more examples so you will understand this easier. So let's say there are 5 towers which is given to us, and k is equal to 3, means there are 3 operations Petya can do, right? So basically what we will have to do to solve this problem is we will create one we have to get like these heights of a tower and where the towers is index, right? Index of a tower and height of a tower, and we will have to sort it out, basically that one, right? So for sorting, if we are using a set, we can use a tree set for sorting, right? Because tree set keeps the keys in sorted order. So that's why we will be using tree set, which is the implementation of set interface of Java, and it keeps the keys in sorted order. So let's just go through this example so you will understand it better. So first the smallest key will be there, so 3 will be there, right? 3 is the smallest key, so its position means its index is 1, sorry, its index is 2, right? So we have to keep the index here, and this is the value, right? After that, after 3, 8 is there, right? 8, and its index is 5, so we will keep index 5, value is 8. After that 12, so 12 is here, and the index of 12 is 3, so we will put index here. This is a one based index, by the way, right? This is a one based index we are talking about. After 12, 14 is there, 14's index is 4, so this is the index 4, and 18 is there, and 18 index is 1, right? because this is one based index we are talking. So 1 2 3 4 5, so these are after sorting. So what we will do after it is sorted is, this is the way tree set will keep the data, right? This is now sorted with respect to values. As you can see, the values are increasing, right? 3 8 12 14 18. So tree set will, that's how we'll arrange it. In case of both are same values, like let's say there are multiple threes, then it will use the id, like the index, right? Index will be used for sorting in that case. So after we sort, what we will do is, so what the problem says is, for example, let's say this is one tower. Let's say, just assume that this is one tower, and it is made up of compartments of all the one blocks, right? So its height is 8, right? And there is another tower, and this, its height is just 3, let's say, right? So what the PETA can do in this example is, he can take this one block from here and he can put it here basically, right? So it will become one more. So from it was 3 before, so it will become 4 after he moved one block from here, and here it will become 7 because it will have one less block, right? So that is what the operation means basically here, right? So you can assume that these are the towers basically, right? So and what we have to achieve is, we are targeting for minimum instability, right? And what instability, they says that instability is the difference between maximum height and minimum height in all this set, right? Maximum and minimum, correct? So in the beginning, when there are no operations being done, then what is the instability? 18 is the maximum and 3 is the minimum, right? 3 is the minimum. So total instability in the beginning is 18 minus 3, which is 15, and we want to reduce this instability, right, to the minimum as possible using 3 operations, right? So what we will do is, we will take the smallest one, this one, and highest one, this one, right? And then we will do this operation, right? This is one operation, right, where you can move the block. So once we move the block, then this will become 4, and this will reduce it to 17, correct? This reduced to 17, and we did operation between 1 and 2, right? The index is 1 and index of this one is 2, right? So we have to capture that index here. So we did 1 to 2, right? 1 is higher and 2 is smaller, so we did this operation here, right? 1 to 2. So after this, again we will keep doing it, right? So we will have to do it highest. Who is the highest? This one is highest, right? 17. So we will move from this 17 to smallest is 4 again, right? So again it will reduce by 1, so now it will become 16 and it will become 5, right? And the operation again we did it on the 1 and 2, right? So this is 2 operations we have done. Now still we have 1 operation allowed, total 3 operations. So again, who is the highest? The 16 is highest, and which is the lowest? This 5 is lowest in all of them, right? So again we will do on the same thing, like same towers. So now it will become 1 less, so it becomes 15, and it becomes 1 more, it becomes 6. Again the same blocks we did 1 and 2, right? So this is, we are capturing which blocks we have done the operation. So now we are done with our 3 operations, right? Now we will again calculate the instability. So instability is difference between maximum and minimum. So maximum here is 15 now in all of them, right? So and minimum will be 6, correct? So 15 minus 6 is 9. So 9 is the total instability, and we have performed 3 operations, correct? So this is how we can solve this problem. So this one is the output of the problem, right, of our solution basically. So let's take this sample, and we can just run with the Java code with this sample, and we will go through other examples after that. So let's go ahead here. So first thing is, as you can see, we created a class called as tower, and it is implementing comparable interface of Java, which means that we have to implement compare to method, right? This is useful when we are using any kind of a sorting, right? Like for example, we are planning to use a tree set, and in tree set we want to keep tower object, so tower should implement comparable, right? And because the tree set will internally use this for sorting, right? So we have to tell tree set how we want to sort our data. So that's why we are going to use implement comparable interface and implement the compare to method. So tower is a just normal Java Bean class with two values, ID and value, right? ID is the index and value is the actual value of the height of the tower. So first we will compare based on the height. So it will be incrementing height, like because we are using integer.compare method, right? So it will be based on ascending of heights, right? Ascending value. If both are same, then we will if both are same, we will use ID, means index. If both are not same, we will just use the height of the towers for comparison, right? As we did here, we have used the height for comparison, right? That's why we have ascending heights. These are heights, right, of the towers, and they are ascending, like so. That's what we are doing. So tower is the class that we created. After that, this input is given to us. This input is given to us, right? So 18 3 12 17 4. So 18 3 12 14 8. So we have to change this one. So this is another example I was trying. So this one is 14 sorry, after 12 and then 8, right? 8. This is 8. So this is our example. So first thing is we will check if the number of elements, if it is 1, then we cannot use any operations, right? In that case we have to just print 0 0 in that case, because there is only one tower, right? So you cannot move anything from one tower to another tower basically. Now after that, let's create the tree set of tower objects, right? So this is the tree set, and tree set is going to keep the data based on the sorted order of tower. And sorted order, how it will know? Because we have implemented that in compare to method, so it knows how to sort the tower objects. So after that we will just go through this input, right, and we will create tower objects here. So first thing is we are going to create one best index and the height here, right? So we are going to pass it. We created tree set, and after that we will create one operation, which is number of operations we have used so far, right? It is 0 in the beginning, and we created a string builder to capture the output, right, that we are going to output at the end. And k is number of allowable operations, so we will keep decrementing this until it is greater than 0, right? So we are allowed to do 3 operations, for example, in this case, right? 3 operations are allowed. So after that, how we did it, we will poll first from the tree set and we will poll last from the tree set, right? So first is this one. First will give us the smallest height, and last will give us the highest height, right? So that's what we are doing, because the tree set will keep the data in sorted order. So first is giving us lowest height, right, and the last is highest height. So after we get this T1 and T2 two towers, first thing is we wanted to make sure that if their values are same, or if their values has only one difference, then we just cannot do any kind of a movement, right? In that case we cannot move anything, because it is not useful to move anything if both have same values, right? We cannot put anything from one to other because it will not help. Both towers are of same height, or if their height is only one difference. For example, if let's say one tower is there and its height is, let's say, these are the two towers, like, right? One's height is, let's say, 8 and other height is 7. So even if we move one block from here to here, it will not help us, because it will now become 8 and it will become 7, right? So it is not going to help us in minimizing the instability factor that they have defined, right? So this will not be helpful, so we are just checking that out. um, Otherwise, if both heights are different, like they have more than one difference basically, right, then in that case we are just going to increment the operation, because we are going to perform the operation, right, that removing one block from highest tower and putting it in the lowest tower, right? So we will do the T2, like we will capture what we are doing, right? Basically, why we are capturing, because these elements we have to capture in the output. So this is what we are capturing here now, means from which tower we are moving to which tower. So T2.id and T1.id is index, right? Because T2 is the highest tower, right? As you can see here, T2 is the highest tower that we found. So we just captured this information, and after that we are simulating that we are moving a block from highest tower to lowest tower. which means that highest tower height will decrease by 1 and lowest tower height will increase by 1. So we are simulating this one here, that we are moving one block from highest tower to lowest tower, correct? So we will we already, polling means it already removed this element from the set. Poll means it will remove it, right? And after that we have to again add it to the set here basically, right, with a one less height and one more height. So what I mean to say is, if we do the operation on this first operation, let's say 18 and 3, right? So 3 we are incrementing by 1 and 18 we are decrementing by 1, right? So it becomes 17 and it became 4. But after, when we are polling it, it is removed basically. These elements are removed from this set. So we have to add these elements into this set, right? 17 we have to add, 4 we have to add into the set. So that is what we are doing here, correct? So it will keep doing it for until the k is greater than 0, which means that it will do it for k number of times, this until we are allowed to do k operations. So it will do that much, and it will try to move the blocks basically, and at the end we have to just do the last value minus the first value, right? It will give us the instability factor, which is the minimum now after we have done the movement, right? And then how much operations we have done here, this is what it will give us, and then we will append it. So we created this SB here, string builder. So we will just create another string builder too, because we have to keep the order in this way, right? This is the order we should output the result. So this should be first, and then all these three things should come after that. To achieve that, we have created first thing is in string builder, and so we are creating another string builder 2 here, right? So we will first capture this instability factor here, as you can see. So we are getting it the last value, which is the highest, and the first value, which is the lowest after movement, right? And then number of operations we have done basically, correct? Because operations we are keeping incrementing in the while loop, as you can see here. So let me show you that. So here we are keep incrementing operation whenever we are doing the movement of blocks from highest tower to the lowest tower, and then we will just do the printing of the SB2, which is the string builder 2 object. So let's go ahead and execute this code snippet and make sure it works. So it is giving us correct answer, right? 93121212. So this is the example we saw. So 93121212. So this is correct. So let us take another example here that they have given. This is the example, that first example they have, not first, this is the example they have given us. So let's take a look at this example. So again, let's go through the same approach that we have formulated. So here first we will create the tower objects and we will keep it in the tree set, right? So let us create the tower object. So 2 is the minimum. So 2, its index is 3 because we are keeping one best index, right? After that 2, 3 is there, right? So 3 is this 3 we will take, because in sorting it will use the index. So this is coming first, so it will keep this first, and then the 3, 5 it is coming after that, so it will keep 5 index here. 3, 6 index is 4, so it is keeping it like this, and 8 index is 5, right? So it kept it like this. So this is how our tree set will keep the data. So after that we will take the smallest and the highest. So smallest is 2, highest is 8. So we will decrement it by 1. So this becomes 7. We will incrementing by 1. So it becomes 3, right? And what we have chosen, 5 comma 3 we have chosen, right? The indexes. So 5 comma 3 we have chosen. 5 is highest, 3 is lowest. So now the highest is still 5, but lowest will be this 3, right? This 3 we can take. Actually you can take any of these 3, but I think it doesn't matter actually which one you take, but because all are 3 now. So let's take this one. So now this one will become 6 after movement, and this one will become 4 after movement, right? This one will become 4, let's say. So which one we took? We took 5 and we took 3 index, right? This index is 3. So again highest is this 6 now, because it will take based on index. So 4 comma 6 appears before 5 comma 6, so it will take this one, so it will become 5 now, right, in the third case. And this one is the smallest, right, so it will become 4, it will become 4, right, this 3 will become 4. So what we took, 4 comma 2 we took, 4 comma 2 we took. And so now the instability factor will be, so maximum value in all of this thing is 6 now, right, 6 is maximum, and as you can see minimum will be these 3, right. So 6 minus 3 is 3, and we have performed 3 operations. So let's go ahead and take like execute this code snippet against this example. So 83263, so 86263. So let's make sure 83263, 8623263. No, sorry, 83263, 83263. So let's execute this code snippet. So it is giving us 131243 3 comma 3. So 1312. So let us take a look at this. So this is our example, and what we got here is 3 comma 3, and our ordering is so 1 3 first is 1 comma 3, right. So 8, so 8 is actually its index is 1, right. By mistake I wrote it 5, so its index is not 5, actually its index is 1, right. So this one is, let us just remove this index, let us do it because I think I wrote the wrong index here for 8, right. So 8 index is 1, actually, as you can see this is 1 index, right. So first movement will be, so 8 will become 7 and this 2 will become 3, right. So 1 and 3 will be the first movement, right. After that again 8 is the maximum, so we will again pick 1 here, and it will become 6, and this will, it will become the 2, it is picking up the 2, right, picking up the 2. So this one is 3, this one is 2, so it will first based on the pick up based on the smallest index, so it will pick up this one, so it will become 4, right. So we picked up between 1 and 2 here, 1 and 2 we picked up, right. And after that again the highest will be this 6 now, because its index sorry, the highest will be this 6, so its value will become 5, and the lowest is this 3, right, lowest is 3, so it will take this 3 and it will go to 4, basically it will get incremented by 4, so it will become 4 3 now. So these are the 3 elements. So after that the highest will remain 6 and the lowest will remain 3, so which means that we have 3 instability factor, and we have done 3 operations, right. And these are the movements that we have made, basically, right, 1 3 1 2 and 4 3, because like as I showed you here, so first movement is between 1 and 3, second is between 1 and 2, and third is between 4 and 3, 4 and 3 it will choose, right. So 6 and this 4, basically, right, 6 and this 3. So this is the way we can solve this problem on Codeforces. Let's take one more example here. This is another example I just created. So here we will again prepare a tower, right, with the smallest tree set, basically, right. So 3 then 4, right. So let's just solve these things quickly. 12 17 and 18, right, 17 and 18, and we have to keep the indexes, right. So let's just write their indexes here. So 3 is index is 2, it is one best index. For 4 the index is 5, the 12 index is 3, then for 17 the index is 4, and 18 index is 1, right. So the first movement that it will make is between highest and lowest, so this 3 will become 4, right, and 18 will become 17, means one block is getting moved from highest to lowest, right. and we have done the movement between we'll just capture the index, right, 1 and 2. So we have done a movement between 1 and 2, correct. Again we will take the highest. So highest will be now these are 217, right. You can actually take any of them. Basically you can take either this or this, so it doesn't matter actually, right. So let's just first capture this as an example: 18 3 12 17 4, 18 3 12 17 4, right. So as you can see, first is 1 2, right. We got the 1 2. Now the second is 4 2. So it is going to pick up the more the index, it will pick up that, like, because both has now 17 as the same value, right. So it can pick up either of them, but now it is picking up the more index value it will pick up. So let's say it is picking up this 17, so it will become 16, and the lowest value will be 4. So lowest value it will pick up this 4 basically, right. This 4 it picked up. So from 3 it becomes, sorry, for 4 it becomes 5, right, because it will increment it. So it is capturing 4 comma 2 here, and after that the maximum value will be this one, right. 17 is the maximum value, so it will choose this one. It will make this one as a 16, and the minimum value will be 4 here. So 4 will become 5, right, this one. So 5 1 comma 5 it is picking basically, right, 1 comma 5. So we have done total 3 operations, and the maximum now the minimal instability is 16 minus 5, right, because minimum is 5 and maximum is 16. So 16 minus 5 is 11, right. So that's how 11 comes here. So 11 is the instability, right. 3 is number of operations, and these are the actual operations we have made, right. 1 comma 2, 4 comma 2, and then 1 comma 5. So whenever there are same values, it can choose any of you can choose any of these values basically, right, because those are same values, right. So this is the way you can solve the Codeforces problem. Towers. If you are new to my channel, there is a dedicated Codeforces playlist. You will find a lot of Codeforces problems solved and explained using a whiteboarding session and Java code. There is another big playlist on my channel called as LeetCode and LeetCode Solutions. Those are the problems which are like over 200 solved interview coding questions asked by Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Yahoo, Amazon, Apple, and many others, and those are explained with whiteboarding sessions, examples for your easier understanding. So you can go through those playlists and those problems, and you will understand how to approach different varieties of problems, and how to develop your logic to solve different coding questions, and how to use Java data structures APIs, just like we have used reset in this case, right. So based on the problem, we should be able to choose appropriate data structures to solve that problem, right. So the more practice you will do for more different coding interviews, the better it will be helpful for you in your coding interviews. If you like this video, if you find this content helpful, then please give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel. Your subscription to the channel is really important for the channel, because that is the way the videos can reach to more people who need help in solving coding problems. One of the main goal of the channel is to help people in their coding interviews and Java interviews. Some people find it difficult to solve coding problems, so they can watch these solved coding problems videos and understand how to approach different varieties of coding problems using Java data structures, and how to use Java libraries and APIs to solve different varieties of problems. So they can also look into these videos and get benefited into their interview preparation. So if you find this content useful and helpful, please give it a like, share this content with your friends and colleagues. And I'm gonna give you the link of my GitHub account, where you will find the Java solution for this problem. You can take it from there, practice with different varieties of examples and unit test for your better understanding. And thanks for watching this video.